So this is a big week for the Trump administration. You've got new tariffs expected to go into effect Wednesday. And President Trump also says he's looking for ways to serve a third term in office. He clarified Sunday that he is, quote, not joking and is exploring methods to do it despite the Constitution prohibiting such a thing.
I have had more people say, please run again. They said, we have a long way to go before we even think about that. But I've had a lot of people.
For more on this, let's bring in CBS News correspondent Natalie Brand, live for us at the White House this morning. Natalie, good morning to you. A third presidential term is just not constitutional. So what does Mr. Trump mean here?
Yeah. Good morning to you, Errol. The 22nd Amendment states quite clearly that was added to the Constitution in 1951. It says no person shall serve more than 2 terms in the office of president. But these comments were made by President Trump during a phone interview with NBC News and Kristen Welker when he said that he is thinking about this, but he would not, Errol, really elaborate on the methods. Welker at one point said, well, could one possible scenario be that Vice President J.D. Vance runs and then essentially passes the baton if he were to win? And Trump said, you know, that's one way, but there's other ways. But again, he would not give details. But again, this is not constitutional. And as far as that scenario that I just mentioned, the 12th Amendment states that if you are ineligible to serve as vice president, then you can't be president either. As you just played there, Errol, though, the president did, upon returning to D.C. yesterday, he said, you know, this is still a long ways off and that his focus right now is on this term.
And separately, Natalie, the President Trump says this will be a big week for his tariffs. What can we expect?
Yeah, well, the president for weeks has been calling April 2nd Liberation Day. This is the day when those sweeping reciprocal tariffs are set to take effect. Now, we still don't have exact details about how this will work, how many countries it will impact, but the president has said that all countries who charge a fee or impose a duty on U.S. exports can expect a reciprocal or a tariff of equal proportion. Now, at the same time, the president has said in comments over the weekend that the U.S. will be way more generous than other countries have been over the decades. But again, you know, it remains to be seen exactly how this will work. There is a lot of anticipation and anxiety about these tariffs, especially since the president, as you know, last week announced 25% tariffs on foreign autos and auto parts. That's causing a lot of consumers to panic now about buying a car. The administration maintains that this is all a strategy to bring more manufacturing back to the United States, more jobs back to the U.S., but understandably, consumers, business owners are nervous. And in fact, Errol, we have new CBS News polling that shows most of those surveyed believe that the president is focusing too much on tariffs, not enough on lowering prices, which was a key election issue, as you remember. 72%, according to this poll, believe that tariffs will increase prices, at least in the short term. Errol.
Yeah, really interesting findings there. Natalie, thank you so much for teeing all that up for us.